Hi guys, welcome to Reading the Week Junior, Part 3. So, today we left off on page 14, so we're going to start reading from here. So, let's get started. Science and technology. Fun fact, in Norse mythology, the god Loki was known as a trickster who could change his appearance. A rendering of Lokiceratops rangiformis. A new dinosaur named for Norse god. Scientists have identified a new dinosaur with huge blade-like horns and a spike on its head. They named it Lokiceratops rangiformis after Loki, a mythical god who wears a helmet with curved horns. The plant-eating species was about 22 feet long, weighed more than 5 tons, and lived about 78 million years ago. Lokiceratops belonged to a group of dinosaurs called ceratopsids, which includes the Triceratops. Ceratopsids lived during the Cretaceous period, 146 million to 66 million years ago, and had long horns and bony head plates called frills. The team of researchers led by scientists from the University of Utah identified Lokiceratops through pieces of a skull found in Montana in 2019. As they pieced the skull back together, they realized the massive creature was different from other ceratopsids. For example, it did not have a nose horn, but it did have 2 curving horns, shaped like paddles on its frill. The frill itself was the largest ever seen on this kind of dinosaur and had an uneven spike in its center. The team believes the dinosaur lived 12 million years before the Triceratops appeared. It made its home in swamps and flood plains in what was an island continent called Laramidia, which is now western North America. 4 other types of horned dinosaurs have been found in this region, although would not have been found in other parts of North America. The researchers said this suggests that there was a greater diversity of horned dinosaurs like Lokiceratops living in Laramidia than scientists realized. Previously, paleontologists thought a maximum of 2 species of horned dinosaurs could coexist at the same place and time, said Mark Lowen, a lead researcher. Incredibly, we have identified 5 living together at the same time. The Lokiceratops skull is now on display at the Museum of Evolution in Denmark. A copy of the skull is also being exhibited at the Natural History Museum of Utah. Reconstructing the skull of Lokiceratops from dozens of pieces was one of the most challenging projects my team and I have ever faced, said Brock Sisson, one of the study's authors. But the thrill of bringing a 78-million-year-old dinosaur to life for the first time was well worth the effort. Here's the skull of Lokiceratops. The oldest sea reptile, a rendering of Nothosaurus. Scientists have identified the oldest known fossil of a sea-dwelling reptile in the southern hemisphere, lower half of Earth. The vertebrae spinal bone is from a 246 million-year-old creature called a nothosaur. It was found on New Zealand's southern island. Nothosaurs were up to 23 feet long with long necks, sharp teeth, and paddle-like limbs for swimming. Sea reptiles first appeared after a mass extinction event 252 million years ago, which wiped out more than 95% of sea creatures. This fossil has caused scientists to reconsider how nothosaurs might have spread across the planet after they emerged. The team that identified the fossil said nothosaurs first appeared near the equator, imaginary line around Earth's center, then quickly spread north and south. Page 14 of the Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024. Science and technology. Ancient relics were recovered in Chinese shipwrecks. Experts have discovered more than 900 ancient Chinese artifacts at 2 shipwreck sites at the bottom of the South China Sea. The objects are from the Ming Dynasty, which ran from 1368 to 1644, and include ceramic dishes, porcelain containers, and copper coins. The 2 ships were found in 2022, about 5,000 feet underwater and 14 miles apart. Scientists believe they were trade ships carrying goods. A team of ocean recovery experts and an underwater vehicle carrying a crew to explore the sites. Remotely operated vehicles with robotic arms were used to collect the artifacts. High-definition cameras and 3D laser scanners captured video and images of the shipwrecks. Researchers determined that the ships sailed during different periods of the Ming Dynasty, ranging from 1487 to 1521. There were about 10,000 items total between the two ships. The team gathered 890 from the first shipwreck, which they believe sank while carrying porcelain from Jingdezhen, a city that has been known for many years as the porcelain capital of China. They collected 38 items from the second ship, including deer antlers and pottery. China's National Cultural Heritage Administration said in a statement that the shipwrecks served as important witnesses to China's trade and cultural exchanges. Here's the underwater vehicle that carried a crew. Blue Beauty. The Ming Dynasty was known for a distinctive style of blue and white porcelain that was famous around the world. Ming Dynasty artifacts found in the two shipwrecks. The HYRYD bike. E-bike is powered by hydrogen. A Swiss company has created a sustainable and eco-friendly e-bike. The new HYRYD runs on hydrogen power rather than lithium batteries, which are usually used in e-bike. Lithium batteries take a long time to charge and use materials that harm the environment. Hydrogen power is clean energy that consists of fuel cells created by combining hydrogen and oxygen to generate electricity. It doesn't produce carbon emissions that trap heat in Earth's atmosphere. It's also renewable, meaning it comes from a natural source and will not run out. The HYRYD's frame holds a small hydrogen water tank that can power it for nearly 40 miles at up to 14 miles per hour. The tank can be refilled in 3 to 10 seconds. The company that makes the HYRYD said its design is also simpler and more cost-effective than regular e-bikes. It will have lower maintenance needs and costs. Amazing invention, an octopus-like suction cup. The robotic sucker left in a real octopus arm. Scientists in the UK created a new feature for robots that's inspired by the suckers on octopus arms. The team studied the structure of octopus suckers to understand how they work. Using their findings, they designed a robotic sucker which copies the same behavior. The suction cup is soft, like octopus arm muscles. It comes with artificial fluid that behaves like the natural mucus, sticky liquid octopuses produce, which helps them hold on to things. The robotic suction cup can grasp rough, curved, and heavy rocks. Page 15 of The Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024.
You should lose stuff.
Photos of the week. Rainbow Bright. Rainbow Bright. Lights are on display at a botanic garden in Australia. Dramatic design. A stone footbridge over a lake in China seen from above. High Shrine. This close-up captures a cyclist's custom bike in Italy. 16. The Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024. Photos of the week. Rest stop. A dragonfly sits on a lotus flower in India. Sea of Purple. A lavender garden blooms in Turkey. Green scene. Tourists in China walk through a lotus pond. Page 17 of The Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024. Sports. Rookie record. On July 17th, Caitlin Clark had 19 assists in a game, a new WNBA record. WNBA star gets doll. As part of the 65th anniversary of Barbie, Mattel is making a role model doll of retired WNBA star Sue Bird above. The Seattle Storm point guard was a 13-time All-Star and won 4 WNBA titles. She said she liked Barbies as a child and was really excited about the doll. Exciting game between WNBA All-Stars. WNBA, Women's National Basketball Association, All-Star Weekend 2024 took place in Phoenix, Arizona on July 19th and July 20th. It ended with the WNBA All-Star Game, a matchup between the USA Basketball Women's National Team, Team USA, an Olympics-bound squad filled with many of today's best and most experienced stars, and Team WNBA, a group of other top players including rookies Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Team WNBA won 117-109. The first half of the All-Star game was a close contest, and Team USA was up 54-52 at halftime. They held Team WNBA's Eric Ogunbowale, who plays for the Dallas Wings, scoreless for the first half, but she dominated the second half. She scored 21 points in the third quarter, including 5 three-pointers to help Team WNBA build an 88-79 lead. Despite a strong effort from Team USA's Breanna Stewart, a New York Liberty star, and A'ja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces. Team USA was unable to make up the deficit in the final quarter. Stewart finished with 31 points and 10 rebounds, while Wilson had 22 points and 6 rebounds. Ogunbowale led all scorers with 34 points. Reese and Clark were strong in their All-Star game debuts. Reese, who plays for the Chicago Sky, had 12 points and grabbed 11 rebounds. She is the first rookie to have a double-double, double digits in 2 statistical categories, in an All-Star game. Clark, who plays for the Indiana Fever, had 4 points and 10 assists. Ogunbowale was named Most Valuable Player. Another Team WNBA standout was Alicia Gray, who plays for the Atlanta Dream. She scored 16 points and had 5 steals in the game. The night before, she won the WNBA Skills Challenge in the 3-point contest, becoming the first WNBA player to capture both titles in the same season. The All-Star game was a tune-up for Team USA, who hope to win an 8th straight gold at the Olympics in Paris, France. The women's 5x5 competitions began on July 28th. Meanwhile, the WNBA is on a break until August 15th. The Liberty, who have a 21-4 record, are currently in first place. And here's Breanna Stewart. This week's winners, cycling. On July 21st, Tadej Pogačar of Slovenia won the Tour de France, the most prestigious cycling race in the world. He finished 6 minutes and 17 seconds ahead of Jonas Vingegaard of Denmark. It is Pogačar's 3rd Tour title. Meanwhile, Eritrea's Binyam Girmay became the first black African to win the Tour's green jersey. It goes to the rider with the most points, which are earned through sprints and stage wins. And here's Tadej Pogačar. In auto racing, for the first time in his career, NASCAR star Kyle Larson won the Brickyard 400, which was held on July 21st. It is one of the biggest races on the NASCAR circuit. Major League Baseball. Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani hit his 30th home run off the season in a 9-6 win over the Boston Red Sox on July 21st. The ball flew 473 feet and out of the park. The same day, George Soler of the San Francisco Giants hit a 478-foot homer, a record for this year. The Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024, page 18. Sports. Wow. U.S. golfers won all 4 major men's tournaments this year for the first time since 1982. Xander Schauffele with the claret jug. American golfer takes British Open. The 2024 Open Championship was played from July 18th to July 21st at the Royal Troon Golf Club in South Ayrshire, Scotland. The tournament, also known as the British Open, is the last of the 4 most prestigious tournaments played every season in men's professional golf. Xander Schauffele of the U.S. won by 2 strokes to secure his 2nd major of the season. He is the first player since 2018 to win 2 majors in 1 year. This was the 152nd Open Championship, the oldest continually run golf tournament in golf. It is always played on a links course, a style that is usually set along a shoreline and has few trees and an uneven terrain. Royal Troon, founded in 1878, last hosted the tournament in 2016. Schauffele entered the final day of the Open tied for 2nd place and 1 shot behind the leader, South African Tristan Lawrence. On the back 9, the second half of the course, Schauffele made 4 birdies, 1 less than the expected number of strokes, in 6 holes, which helped him reach the top of the leaderboard. Although other players remained in contention, Schauffele's consistent play kept him from falling back. He finished the round with a 65, the best score of his 4 rounds. After accepting the claret jug, the trophy awarded to the Open Championship winner, he said the victory was something I've dreamt of for a very long time. Schauffele, who ranked number 2 in the world behind fellow American Scotty Scheffler, will now compete for the U.S. at the Olympics, along with Scheffler and 6th ranked Colin Morikawa. Schauffele is the defending Olympic champion. Coach of the Week. Coach's name, Jason Maas. Team, Jersey Village Stars Swimming. Coach Moss has been an amazing swim coach the past 3 years, and I'm sure all the team would agree. He has the best drills, and he lets us play sharks and minnows. He has always helped me with my breaststroke most this year. He always tells me, pull, breathe, quick glide. He's always on the side of the pool cheering the loudest for us while we are racing, and he has the best candy to congratulate us. He is just the best coach. Meredith 8, Texas. To nominate Coach of the Week, send your coach's name, photo, sport, and team to hello@theweekjunior.com. Include your name, age, date, and a few reasons why your coach is great. Spotlight on Grace Hartman, age 20, sport cross country and / track and field, team North Carolina State University. Sweet start. I was a tennis player for 10 years, but when I heard that my friends on the track team ran to Dairy Queen every Friday, I had to join in. I began running track in 7th grade, but I didn't start running seriously until high school. I loved how it gave me an hour a day to just let my mind wander without distraction. Dream team. Running is so mentally and physically demanding. My teammates commit a large portion of their lives to honoring their craft, and seeing people I love and respect do it all the time motivates me to get better as well. Training plan. Most days I run anywhere from 10 to 14 miles. I probably ran about 20 to 30 miles a week in high school. It's important to allow your body to grow and develop into the sport. Calming force. I deal with a lot of anxiety, and it's been beneficial to speak with a therapist. He got me into things like mindfulness meditations. Meet rituals. I like to race in colorful socks. If I have a disappointing day, I allow myself to be upset for 24 hours. Learn what you need to, then move on. Top finish. From a team standpoint, my biggest accomplishment was winning the 2023 NCAA cross-country title. It was our 3rd straight. Her advice: don't ever give up on your dreams, but also don't force anything too early. Enjoying time with friends and family. Focusing on school, doing things you enjoy, and working hard in your sport should all be priorities. Page 19 of The Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024. Arts and entertainment. Did you know the Philadelphia Museum of Art, which dates back to 1876, has more than 200,000 pieces in its collection? Paintings by Mary Cassatt. Mary Cassatt's art on display. A Philadelphia museum is showcasing works by the American artist who is famous for depicting women and children. The famous American artist Mary Cassatt is the subject of a major exhibition at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, PMA, in Pennsylvania. Mary Cassatt at work takes a fresh look at many of her paintings, pastels, and prints, and includes discoveries about how she made her art. It will close on September 8th and open at the Fine Arts Museum of San Francisco's Legion of Honor on October 5th. Cassatt was born in Pennsylvania in 1844 and died in 1926. She was the only American member of the French Impressionists, a group of artists known for a style that reflected an artist's own view of a scene, as well as its colors and light. But Cassatt's focus was unlike anyone else's. Unlike many male artists of her time, who portrayed women in passive roles, Cassatt depicted their activity in scenes of bathing a child or driving a carriage, challenging traditional representations. Jennifer Thompson, the show's co-author, the person who selects art, told Fine Art Shippers. Inspiration for the exhibition came from letters between Cassatt and her family that referenced the effort it took for her to make money by selling her art. Research showed that Cassatt worked quickly, and traveled with wet canvases that had pins in their corners to keep them from touching. The holes still exist today. To understand her creative process, PMA experts examined some of her pieces with special lights and x-rays to see how she began them and changed them. We are hoping that this project will inspire museums and collectors to start to look closely at their Cassatt paintings, Thompson told ArtNet. Mary Cassatt in 1913. 3 facts about the artist. European life. Mary Cassatt attended art school in the U.S., then studied painting across Europe. She settled in Paris, France, in 1874. One of her close friends was the famous painter Edgar Degas. Japanese influence. After seeing an exhibit of Japanese woodblock art in Paris, Cassatt began to make prints in that style. The pieces, such as Maternal Caress, are noteworthy for having a two-dimensional look and feature scenes of home life that were common in Japanese art. Chicago disaster. Early in her career, Cassatt spent time in Chicago, Illinois. She was there during the Great Chicago Fire in 1871. Her artwork, which had been on display at a jewelry store, was destroyed. A depiction of the Great Chicago Fire. Page 20 of The Wheat Junior, August 2nd, 2024. Arts and entertainment. Tall Tower. The world's largest clock tower is in Saudi Arabia and is nearly 2,000 feet tall. Time Bandits. An adventure through time. The new Apple TV Plus series, Time Bandits, is a quirky comedy about an 11-year-old history enthusiast who finds a portal in his bedroom and ends up on an adventure with a group of time-traveling thieves. The first 2 episodes are now streaming, and new ones will be released weekly through August 21st. Time Bandits is based on a 1981 film of the same name. It was co-written by 2 members of the famous British comedy troupe Monty Python and directed by one of them. It is a cult classic, and 2 of its fans are longtime friends and collaborators. One is Taika Waititi, an actor and the director of Thor Ragnarok, and the other is Jermaine Clement, an actor who voiced Tomatoa, the giant crab in Moana. Clement saw Time Bandits when he was young and told the Wheat Junior he liked it when Kevin, the main character, went back in time. I remember sitting there going, I want to do that, he said. Waititi and Clement co-created this series with Ian Morris, a writer and producer. As they were coming up with their ideas, Waititi told the Wheat Junior, we made a big list of all different time periods that we wanted these guys to go and visit. The group's travels will include trips to the Ice Age, medieval England and Africa, 1800s China, and the 1990s. They encounter historical figures along the way. Waititi said he thinks history is fascinating. I've always loved the stories because those are original stories with things that actually happened, which makes it even more exciting. Still, the series is not only about learning about the past, he says, but also just embracing your sense of adventure. Here's Jermaine Clement left and Taika Waititi. Reader recommends The Iron Giant, PG, rent on major streaming platforms. The Iron Giant. This animated science fiction movie would be great for kids who like robots, animation, and friendship. It is loosely based on a novel by Ted Hughes published in 1968. It is about a 50-foot-tall robot from outer space that crashes into Earth and a 9-year-old boy named Hogarth, who finds the robot in the woods of a small Maine town. The 2 become best friends and go on adventures together. People from the military think the giant is evil and come after them. In the end, the robot sacrifices himself to protect Hogarth's town. Quinten, Indiana. Do you have a film or TV show to recommend to other kids? Send your review to hello@thewheatjunior.com. This week's watch list. Barbecue Showdown, Netflix. It's season 3 of the series that features barbecue cooks from across the U.S. competing for $50,000. There are 9 contestants, and in each episode, one is eliminated by the judges, based on a challenge such as infusing global cuisines into a dish or smoking rare meats. Bluey Minisodes, Disney Plus. 7 special short episodes of the wildly popular Australian animated series about a blue heeler puppy named Bluey and his little sister Bingo were recently released. They include tales about their dad buying a faulty robot and story time with their grandmother. Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, Protecting the Wild. Peacock, NBC.com. Follow animal experts Peter Gross and Dr. Ray Wynn Grant as they check out efforts to save endangered species. Their stops include Florida, where sea turtles being rehabilitated, and Wyoming, where they see black-footed ferrets. Page 21 of the Week Junior, August 2nd, 2024. Okay, well, that was the end of part 3 of the Week Junior reading. Stay tuned for part 4, which will be coming out soon. And I hope you learned a lot today. So have a good rest of your day. Bye.